historically has been a place for the sons of American aristocracy. And I do mean sons because there weren't many women. You're not going to run into many United States senators who are alums of Head Start. But that's a program that gives poor children a chance. It inspires them, exposes them to literature and reading and a love of learning. Because all children are naturally curious, and if you bump into a child who doesn't have that, believe me, something or somebody stole it from them.
Yeah.
The trauma of being poor robbed them of the natural intellectual curiosity about the world that all children have. I've got a word for you. God raises up genius and brilliance and talent all over the world, on all sides of town, on both sides of the railroad track. God is an equal opportunity employer, and it makes sense for us to invest in children because we don't know what they're going to contribute.
Yeah! Woo!
So the folks who want to run roughshod over Head Start,
No!
and the reason why so many of them don't get it is not simply because they were born rich. I'm not going to hate on anybody because they were born rich, because I didn't decide to be born poor. But you ought to at least spend enough time with ordinary people so you don't end up saying dumb things. Like my mother-in-law misses one Social Security check, big deal. Of course it's no big deal to her. Her son-in-law is a billionaire. That's not my story. That's not the story of the people who are in this crowd. Right?
Yeah.
In the words of that great prophet and poet, Kendrick Lamar, they not like us. We need people in government who, regardless of their background and where they were born, are sensitive to the concerns of ordinary people. Hard-working Americans. The poor people that so many in our government over the last 40 years, most of my life, have been busy maligning, criminalizing poor people for being poor. That's why we're in this mess. That's why they're obsessed with giving a tax cut to those who don't need it, while taking resources away from those who need it so desperately just to survive.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. Here's the thing that all of us apparently have in common. We all like tax cuts. Everybody likes tax cuts. The debate is about who ought to get one and who really needs one, and what's the best way to move our economy forward. They want to give a tax cut to millionaires and billionaires, and they've been engaged over the last few weeks in creating a lot of theater, tragic theater, that has implications for people's ability to actually live, firing federal workers and making them the enemy, firing folks at the CDC, closing down Social Security offices across Georgia and across our country, and announcing that they were going to do it on the Doge website. And when I called them out for it, they were at least a little bit embarrassed because they took it off their website and acted like they didn't say it. But my staff took screenshots of all of this is a distraction.
One way.
Because Donald Trump is just trying to pay off his friends. He's trying to pay off millionaires and billionaires. Again, I'm not mad at you because you have money. I just believe that the strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
Yeah.
I just believe that we are all in this together.
Woo.
The pandemic taught us that,
Woo.
right?
Yeah.
There we were in a deadly pandemic, and we didn't have a vaccine at the time. It was an airborne disease. That means that if my neighbor got sick, even though she was sick, I was potentially imperiled because it's an airborne disease. The pandemic taught us, if we didn't already know, that that doesn't make my neighbor my enemy because she's sick. That just means that it is in my enlightened self-interest to make sure that she has what she needs. That she has a mask, that she has a vaccine. In other words, my neighbor's health care coverage is good for my health.
Yeah. That's how
It
it
is
works.
good for all of us, for everybody to have health care. It is good
Yeah.
for all of us, no matter how much money you have, for children in Georgia to have Medicaid.
Yeah.
So that's what this fight is all about. So keep showing up. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep raising your voice. Because this is not about the people who have power. We've proven in America over and over again that it's really about the power and the people. And when the people raise their voices, when the people show up, the people can make a difference.
Woo. Yeah.
Are you ready to make some noise?
Yeah.
Show up.
Yeah.
Ready to fight for our children.
Yeah.
Ready to defend Social Security.
Yeah.
Ready to defend Medicaid.
Yeah.
So let's do this work, y'all.
Yeah. Good speech, Reverend. Senator.
Now, my friends,
Not sure. Both.
that a
Senator
budget
Reverend.
is not just
Reverend Senator.
a fiscal document. It's a moral document.
Woo.
A budget is not just dollars and cents. It's good morals and common sense.
Yeah.
Show me your budget, and I'll show you who you think matters
Woo.
and who you think is dispensable.
Woo.
Show me your budget, and I'll show you what you think about children,
Woo.
what you think about workers,
Woo.
what you think made America great.
Woo.
And if this budget that they are trying to pass were an EKG, it would suggest that the Congress has a heart problem and is in need of moral surgery.
Woo. Yeah. Get him.
So let's get the room ready.
Yeah.
I know you may not be surgeons, but just help us get the room ready.
Woo. It's moral
Because the
surgery.
Congress needs an operation. And it's the people who bring about the change. So you keep showing up over and over again. Don't give in to those who are trying to weaponize despair. Don't believe them when they want to convince you that he's already a king. We have no king. This is the United States of America. And we're not about to run over to somebody who wants to be an oligarch. I'm going to stand up for my children. Are you going to stand up for yours? I'm going to stand up for my mother who needs her Social Security. I'm going to stand up for everybody's children so that my children are all right. So let's stand together. Let's work together.
Woo.
Together.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Let's pray together.
Woo.
Let's stay together.
Yeah.
Don't give in to the demagogues. Don't give in to the division. We rise together. God bless all of you. Keep looking up.
God bless America. Woo. Woo. We fight. We win. We fight. A lot of senators coming up.
Senator Warnock is not a piece of cake.
Nah.
Tell
Nah.
you something. This
Good warm-up
is
guy, though.
complicated, folks. We're saying need, people who are hungry, people who need a roof over their head, that they're going to lose all that. And then somehow they're going to take that money and put it over there in the billionaire pot. Billionaires are doing just fine right now. Do you know that with 3 words, we studied up on this in our committee, just 3 words, buy, borrow, and die, those billionaires can pay little or no taxes.
8%. 8%.
And Senator Warnock, who's so thoughtful, you know, he's really famous. I'm barely a household word in my own household. But what he said sums it all up. It's about choices. Every member of the United States Senate, we vote on this reconciliation bill, has got some choices. And the people who are here today, our choice is to be with you.
Whoa!
And before you leave, and you're going to have some terrific speakers, you might want to walk by those big office buildings down there. Those big office buildings are full of people. We're out doing chores for the billionaires. They're figuring out how to sign the texts and the emails and the campaigns and all that kind of thing. And my goodness, they got a lot of money to do it. But the reason I'm here today is in the choice between their money and your voices and your energy and your commitment to democracy. We're gonna stand with you.
Yeah!
We are gonna stand with you. And I'll close with one last point. Saturday morning, about 4 a.m., I was asked for the Senate Democrats to offer the proposal to strike this outrageous thing they're talking about over in the House. Cutting $880 billion. Make no mistake about it. Your signs say protect Medicaid. You can't protect Medicaid. You can't protect people who need help with nursing homes or kids or the disabled. You can't do that if you cut $880 billion. Well, you all did a terrific job. You did an incredible job.
Oh, yeah.
We lost
Yeah.
by one vote. One
This is
vote.
Senator Wyden.
Last Saturday morning at 4 a.m. And I went home and called my wife. She stayed up. I said, sweetheart, we lost by one vote. I know. But the people are on the move.
I do the same thing.
I'm going to offer that proposal to protect Medicaid again and again and again. And it's done. And the billionaires understand they are going to have to pay their fair share like everybody else in America. Onward we go. Go by the billionaire supporters. Let them know we're on the move. We're going to win.
We win! We win!
We win! That's right, and that's what we see here. We see people across the country just like you, rising up, mobilizing, showing up in the town halls, even with the members of Congress who won't have the courage to meet their voters. We're taking to the streets, we're organizing, and we're saying in one clear voice, hell no. Hell no. I like this flag.
All right, sweatshirt.
So let's give some credit where credit is due. Can we give a little shout out to all the moms who are leading resistance? Because real moms are bearing the brunt.
You don't want it?
Of these.
You have more?
Moms are not the days of these threats. We also know that moms are going to put an end to this insanity. Because Republicans are dismantling pit stop and children. They are defunding our public schools, taking the puppet right out of it. We're going after staff and programs and free hundred people in this country. They're attacking Medicare.
Nothing. But it's really the it might be. I'm trying to decide if it's Catherine Clark, the minority mayor.
No problem.
It doesn't say it actually kind of changed over.
I thought it would be on the wall, but that was I mean, it was like, Where's your campaign? I don't have a campaign.
Where's she out of? Massachusetts.
And Lord knows moms need their coffee.
Yeah, she does. That's true. So, sure, she's a natural successor of mine too.
Yeah, you need to hear about it. I did the I was like, where are you guys? I want to make a kind of like
more freedom for them, more money in their pocket.
oh, we're getting it.
We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to go peacefully along with this plan.
Wait a second.
So in this,
Wait, one more. We can send it to you.
Medicaid in this country. What do we say?
Hello!
They say Social Security. What do we say? They say we're going to take away veterans benefits. What do we say? When they say we are not concerned that you pay your taxes, we're giving a tax cut to the billionaires. What do we say? This is how we win. We do it together in partnership, and I am so proud to be in this fight with you. Thank you.
Well, hi everybody. It's so great to be here with you all. My name is Sarah Jacobs. I represent San Diego, and I think we need to tax rich people more. But you may be thinking to yourself, that's pretty unremarkable. Every single person on this stage today has said the very same thing. But this is possible. My grandfather founded a Fortune 500 company, so when I say we need to tax rich people more, I literally mean we need to tax me and my family more. And the difference between me and all of the rich people who support Donald Trump is that I know that my family was able to do that with hard work, a lot of luck, and opportunities that are only available here in America. You see, my grandfather was the first in his family to go to college, and he was able to graduate from college and from grad school without any debt. He was able to work at a public university and found a company all because of America. My family got to live the American dream. Do you know what I did to earn all this money?
Nothing.
I was born. That's all I did. And now I feel like it's my responsibility to make sure that every family gets the opportunity to live the American dream. And right now that is so far from possible for so many people. Because we know, even before all of the craziness that Donald Trump is doing now, the status quo was not working for too many people. The status quo left too many people in poverty or on the edges of poverty, just one emergency away from losing everything. It left wages stagnant for 50 years while corporate profits skyrocketed. It left people forced to take on a second or third or fourth job just to make ends meet. The status quo meant that only 1 in 4 renters who qualify for housing assistance actually got it. For childcare, I know we got a lot of childcare drivers here. For childcare, it was even worse. handouts, tax breaks for the upper class are seen as earned and deserved. So it's not enough just to say no. We need to reimagine our systems and make sure that they're actually working for working people. And you know what